Let's begin with Alisson Becker. Alisson Becker, of course. Where else are we going to start? But the beautiful Alisson Becker. That's my goalie. And do you know what? He may have expected, or Liverpool may have hoped, perhaps rather, that he would be incredibly quiet today. But he was a bit busier than he maybe wanted. Could everyone just say, everyone wants him in sound? I thought you were talking about my sound for a second then, apologies. Sound for Alisson? Sound? Made a decent couple of saves, palmed one, sort of wide late on, good hands down low at his feet as well. So, sound? Sound. Okay, sound. That'll do for me. We can sort of overlap these as we go along as well, by the way, if we have like a mixture of opinion. Most people are saying sound. Mustafa is saying sound as well. Neil is saying 7. I mean, it's boss sound you're messing. It's not numbers. That's a player rating show that's going on in there with Steve Neville. He is beautiful below, I agree with you. Steve Ryder says sound. SH23 says sound, not the hardest match ever. James, I think most people are going with sound. So I'm also sound with sound. I said it a moment ago, 1 or 2 decent enough save you'd expect Alisson Becker to make, because let's be honest, he's the best goalkeeper in the world and definitely the most handsome. So let's keep him in there. I'm happy with that. Let's move on then. Where's our right back? There's our right back. We need to get a new picture of Trent as quickly as possible because he looks absolutely nothing like that anymore. Yeah, where do you think? I've had an early boss from Nick there. I've had another boss from Joan Alviso and Nick. Graham, do you know what? You're right. Yes, ratings is on plus as well, Dickie. Steve and Evel are in there doing that show now. Trent Boss, world class. Sounds from DK. I mean, a lot of bosses. There's some sounds, though. We might have our first overlap of the season here. Steve Ryder, my mate, says boss. Yes, this, Mr. J. Man. I'm going to leave that comment on screen for a moment because I agree with the first bit. And wholeheartedly the second bit as well. Okay, Trent, with your no longer haircut, let's go boss. I thought he was boss. And you know what? Boss, in all the things you expect Trent to be boss at, although that pass inside to Salah, which I spoke about a moment ago there, was just... Trent's brilliant at football, right? Trent is an incredible footballer. He is an absolute architect, a genius with the ball at his feet. But even that pass, for me, and listen, he's played better passes down the years, don't get me wrong, but the one in the Club World Cup semi-final, when Bobby Firmino scored, semi-final, late on, you know, when he just has that, he just sees him and he thinks, I can play that ball, and he just kind of fizzes it in and along, a bouncing little ball. It was similar to that in a way, because not many footballers on this earth actually see that pass, let alone then execute it in the way that he does. It's just brilliant. But the point I was going to make before I remembered how good that pass was that defensively he was actually really good as well. There's a moment in the first half where we looked like we've been caught out, like 4-on-2, and he gets isolated 1-on-1, and he just does enough to hold up his man. There's a similar incident later on in the game as well. So yeah, Trent was brilliant, absolutely brilliant, in amongst the man of the match category for me. So yeah, I mean, Bacon Bakes as sound first half. Yeah, nobody was good in the first half, were they? And I think actually out of the performers in the first half, he was in amongst the better ones because those defensive moments that I've just touched upon there. He held up, was it Amari Hutchinson, when we were in a lot of trouble. Hutchinson gets a shot away in the end, which Alisson saves comfortably. But if Trent doesn't hold him up, that situation could evolve nastily. Okay, let's move on then. Let's do, no problem at all. Let's do Jarrell. Where's my mate Jarrell? There he is. Gravenberch is hanging on by a thread down there, by the way, as well. Who knows what happens when I pick him up in a minute. Came off at half-time, Jarrell Quansah. We now understand it was tactical, not injury-related, which is good news. I thought he was good. I don't think he was brilliant. What do you guys think? He was sound. Lower sound. Okay. Not you messing. Someone said you're messing. Charles. No, I'm not having you messing. I'm sorry. He started the game brilliantly. Like, absolutely brilliant. He did get turned once or twice. He lost 1 or 2 too many duels, probably. Okay. Yeah, okay. Lower sound. Sort of here. Sort of there. Lower than that. Are we okay with that? Let me know if we're okay with that. No mistakes. Sound, he makes some good head studies ground. Yeah, okay. I mean, the fact he has to be taken off at half time, whether Slot had an actual problem with Quansah's performance, or whether it was just a different type of defender he wanted, because Quansah's qualities and attributes are slightly different to Konaté's. Konaté's strengths are one thing, it feels like Quansah's are another, and maybe just needed to get more Konaté's on the pitch, perhaps. Yeah, okay, and Sound, I'm happy with Sound. I'm a little bit disappointed that he's Virgin on this bit of the board, to be honest with you, but yeah, let's stay there. Virgil van Dijk, Captain Virgil, nearly put us in the shit, and actually he bailed us out the shit very early on with what can only be described as a hospital pass into the middle of the park. Left-footed, I think he's trying to switch it to Trent, but he underhits it and then some. It's poor, really poor. But anyway, all's well that ends well, and Quansah got us out the shit. Virgil, pretty solid, I think, pretty solid. Played that wonderful switch over to Mo Salah for his goal as well, which is just Virgil in a nutshell, basically. No, you're messing on the show. I agree with you, Ian. Absolutely agree with you. High sound, lots of sounds. We've got some bosses in there as well, more high sounds. Graham says not quite sure why he took Quansah off. He said it was tactical. Low sound. This Virgin, are we on upper sounds? Dead middle. Insane passing. Yeah, his passing is what actually stood out for me from Virgil today. Everything is Gucci, says another quality match. I'm bordering on this, to be honest with you. And yeah, Mr. J Mango again, his passing was the standout feature of his game today, wasn't it? And I guess when Liverpool aren't under the cosh at all times, which we weren't from Ipswich by any stretch of imagination, there was one or two moments later on, they had a little bit of a flurry of attacks, but Liverpool were never really under insane pressure. That is the type of game when you want Virgil to show his value to the squad, to show his quality in what he can do with the ball at his feet and how he can unlock defences and get us moving. And I think he did that today. So yeah, I think I'm bordering on that, to be honest with you, for Virgil, because again, not tested in an extreme manner for his defensive acumen, but very, very good with his passing range and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, okay, happy with that. Some sublime passing, says Ian. So let's go to Andy Robbo. I'm interested by this one. What do we think? I almost don't want to say anything. I want to see what you guys think. Modernista says, edge Quansah up. There you go. I've just seen Virgil van Dijk calm as you like, and I liked it, so he said it. Low sound, just sound, lower sound, lower sound. Neil says sound. We've had our first You're Messing shout from CT. I'll be honest with you, if this game stopped for whatever reason after 20 minutes, I don't know why, no water, whatever, he would have been in You're Messing, because I think he started the game terribly. He played that terribly underhit pass in the middle of the park and Ipswich counted on us. He then got his touch wrong in the same instant and then nearly gave away a free kick in the space of like 30 seconds. He just looked off it to me for a long time in that first half. And Liverpool weren't good in that first half, don't get me wrong, but he was probably at the heart of us not being good, which isn't where you want to be if you're a football player. So yeah, somebody mentioned he looks unfit. I probably agree. He's definitely not sharp. Whether he's unfit or not might be a different question. He's not up to full match sharpness. And I was actually a little bit surprised he started the game today because of that. Obviously, last weekend in the double header at Anfield, he was in that second game with no fans against Las Palmas, which was deemed the not first team, if you like. And it was probably because he hasn't played all summer long, since the Euros, of course. And Tsimikas has had that shirt. So I was a little bit shocked that he started. I wasn't shocked that he came off because he clearly isn't ready for 90 minutes yet. So yeah, wasn't at it. The Red says, Robbo, you're messing. He kept giving the ball away. Does not fit our system. He needs to get full match fitness. Yeah, I agree. I'm bordering on this, guys. I'll be honest. I think you're messing's harsh because I think he got better. But again, I'll come back to it. That first 20 minutes, his touch was off, his passing was off. Everything was off for a little while there, but then I think he grew into it. I think he became more influential. His overlapping stuff down the left, he did a lot more of that. So let's pop him there alongside Jarrell, and we'll see how we get on. Eh? Okay, let's move into the midfield. Ryan Gravenberch. Now, see, I told you anything could happen. First game of the season. In our defence, guys, not literally because we're now in the midfield, but in our defence, we are hoping and planning on buying all new board, guys, cards, players, faces, because obviously Trent's hair, but also we're hoping Liverpool will actually sign some football players. As much as some of you believe that we don't want that to happen, we actually do. So we haven't invested on new boards yet in the hope that we need some new people. So this one's, It's half knackered, to be honest. Gravenberch was boss, Grav was boss, quality second half, boss, mid-sound. Are you behind? Man of the match, Grav was boss, low boss, Grav was boss, Redmen board, you're messing, I'm not messing. A good shout, actually, he's on there. Did not misplace one pass. If that's accurate, or just you saying it, sound either way. Boss, man the match, shout, man the match. Okay, we have a man the match star somewhere. I'll try and find that. But I think it's pretty unanimous that he should be up there. I was trying to find the man the match ring, see if we can do that in a second. He was boss, wasn't he? He was. And I've said for a little while on Gravenberch, I'm not going to pretend to be some sort of oracle, but he has a lot of what you'd like to do that 6 role, certainly in the way that Slot wanted to be played. Stylistically, he is a good fit. I've heard some people compare him to Yaya Toure, which is something. And if that's true, then happy days. I do still have reservations, doubts about his defensive acumen and whether he has that switched on discipline enough to do it in different types of games where maybe he's required to run backwards a little bit more. That all remains to be seen. For today, though, he was outstanding and definitely our man the match. An 86% passing accuracy. Turns on a sixpence, leaves players for dead. So graceful when he runs with the ball. I love watching him run with the ball. Yeah, happy days. Alexis Mac Allister. Right, if we were judging him on that shot alone, that volley, my shitting God, he'd be underground at this point, wouldn't he? Because that was terrible. Player of the match, Holton, you are right. Jared says sound, Nick T says sound, and I agree. I don't think it was his best game, to be honest with you, but he just goes about his business, doesn't he, Mac Allister? He doesn't really put a foot wrong very often. He's that all-round, do-it-all type midfielder who just allows us to play. But it feels like if we needed him to step up in a big moment, a la Sheffield United last season, he'd also do that as well for you. I just love him. He's boss. He's not boss today, but he's just a boss person. So yeah, I'm going to go with sound. Consistent and dependable. That's a really good way of describing it. Hawk says he grew into the game, yeah, and I just think he is that Mr. Consistency, exactly that, and he just makes me feel relaxed when he's in the middle of the park, and it feels like even as good as Gravenberch was today, I thought Szoboszlai was okay. We'll touch on him in a minute, but he's going to be the one, that midfield general all season long. You know, it feels like it's his shirt, and when he's in there, it's kind of who plays with him as opposed to let's get him in the side. It's going to be who accompanies him at midfield. I'm absolutely certain of it. And you know what, Craig, you might be right. He's played a lot of footy, but he was just the general, just metronomic in the midfield again. Wins his tackles, wins his duels, puts his foot in, gets about, always available for a pass. Yeah, just does what he does. I like him a lot. Let's put him there. Somebody said the least noticeable player, but that's kind of him in a nutshell at times. Like I say, I think there'll be moments whereby you do forget he's on the pitch, but if you actually need him in that pivotal, game-winning, game-changing, definitive action, it's very often it's going to be Alexis Mac Allister. Just bear with me 1 second. I'm going to try and find the man the match star. That's not it. That's 2 footies. Yeah, I've got it. Wait. I've got it. We'll deal with that in a moment. Let's put that there. Right, let's move on. Dominik Szoboszlai. He's good looking as well, isn't he? What do we think of Dominik? Was it a shot? Was it a pass? It was a shot. It was fun shit as well. Dom Szoboszlai. What do we make of Dom today? I'm struggling. He's a very silky genie regen. I guess you talk about Gravenberch a moment ago. We'll deal with the man of the match ring in a moment. Average sound, Sobo high sound, Sobo sound, more high sound. Lots of sounds for Dom Szoboszlai. I think he went a little bit under the radar today as well. The one moment of pure quality I can remember from Szoboszlai was that crossfield switch to Luis Diaz. Played it on the run, hit it almost like knuckleball style, which I know he's kind of renowned for actually back in Hungary. And it was one hell of a ball. Like it went so far and so high in the most simplistic of terms, but it landed right on a sixpence, right on the end of Luis Diaz's boot, and allowed Diaz to move on from there. So yeah, wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Anton Frost says Quansah's been thrown under a bus. It depends how Arne Slot sold it to him, I guess, doesn't it? I know I'm backtracking here, but if that conversation's gone smoothly and Slot just said, we just need a different type of defender, Quansah will understand that. He'll learn from it, everything will be fine. He was everywhere on the pitch. That's one thing we can never question when it comes to Sobo is his work rate, is that endeavour, it's that desire to just cover every blade of grass. And I think you're right, I think he does that again. Once again today, hopefully he doesn't run himself into the ground like he did last season. Are we going there? We got a nice sort of like symmetry type thing going on a little bit. Are we going to go there with Sobo? Low sound, not you messing. Let's keep him there, let's keep him there. Let me know if I need to do anything in particular. But I think for now, we're there or thereabouts. Okay. Sobo below Maka is insane. High sound better than Mac. Okay, I've listened to the feedback. Higher than that, says Thomas. Okay, all right, guys. You know, better than Mac for sure. Okay, I think we're okay then now. Sound, all good. Free time. Let's do Louis Diaz because I want to have a conversation about Mo Salah in a second. Louis Diaz. I've listened. Peshav. Sorry, I've listened. It's all good. Everyone relax. Everything's going to be fine. Liverpool won. Everything's going to be fine. We may even sign someone. You never know. Dreams can come true, as Gabrielle once said. Yeah, it is, Robert. You're absolutely spot on. I'm a people pleaser. What can I say? Low to mid sound for Louis Diaz. Very good. Sound from Neil. Low sound, another low sound. Diaz, boss, messed up a few chances. But he's so important. I don't get the negativity. He is so important. Full of energy, lacked end product. That's kind of him in a nutshell, actually. Right there, Diaz is Maradona until he shoots. He's Maradona and then he's Madonna, if you like. Yeah, that. And you know what? I was going to make this point a moment ago when somebody first said it, basically. But it doesn't cost Liverpool today. Obviously, because we won, we got all 3 points. Thankfully, the sharpshooter is Diogo Jota scores, and opening day Mo Salah turns up. But on another day, in a bigger game against better opposition, maybe a more pivotal moment this season, you need him to be picking up those goals, those assists, actually finishing his dinner. And too often he's left wanting. I love Louis Diaz. I think he's brilliant. But when he cuts inside early in the first half and he gets his yard away. Don't need to score the goal, nice if you do, but you've got to work the keeper, blazes over. And if he does that, but we know in the past he's used to firing him into the bottom corner or at least making the keeper make a save, you can almost make peace with it, but too often he does miss the target. He is found wanting when it comes to that final finish. So there's that one, and then second half, he just dinks it over the keeper, inexplicably for me, just wellies it over the bar. Frustrating at times, let's put it that way. But I thought he was good. And he definitely does this, Dickie, absolutely spot on. One of potentially the main reasons and the main protagonists as to why Ipswich did tire in that second half could well be Louis Diaz just running them ragged. He makes defenders make decisions time and time again. He makes them commit. He makes them chase back towards their own goal. He makes you do things you don't want to do. So yeah. And this is also true. All of the things everyone's just said in the chat are true. So let's try and put him somewhere, because I'm looking at the chat now and not one person has got an actual answer as to where Louis Diaz should be. So could we please help? For what it's worth, where have we got Dom? I'd be going similar to Maka, perhaps. Similar to Mac Allister. Someone said you're messing. Lucho, low sound. CT, you're saying everyone's you're messing. I'm on to you now, just realised. Dead centre sound from Lita, you're messing. I've just done the you're messing one. Low sound, here we go, now we're talking. Sound. Somebody else with you messing, you're messing. Okay, let's go lower sound then. That seems to be the general consensus. Well, I'll put him there. Let me know if you hate it. And if you don't, and then I'll maybe move it, I might not. Diogo Jota, next. Misses the least Diogo Jota-esque miss of all time. I mean, what is he doing? He literally meter you away on the camera and he finds a way of heading wide. I can't really explain as to why, but literally about 90 seconds later, he scores. Yeah, good, again. And do you know what's interesting? I often make a point of watching Diogo Jota in a slightly different way because we know he scores goals. We know he comes up trumps in those big moments more often than not. But what's his all-round play like? And I thought his all-round play today was really good. There's a moment in the first half where he turns away from one or two defenders, wriggles out of a tight situation and gets us playing. Yeah, very good. Very, very good. Mr. Sitter, sound, lower boss, Yevo boss Dio goal, upper sound. We're all in around the upper sound to boss region vicinity here. Tio says low boss, high sound, best player first half. I think I'm with you. To be honest, I'm liking this chat. You guys are all right. You guys are all right. Best player in the first half as well, says Simon Owens. More boss. We've had a boss and a sound. Keep it funky, says Sound. Hi, CT, you're back. You're back with us. Let's go. Let's go here for Diogo. Because, yes, misses that chance, but scores straight after it, so he was asked. And I thought first half, as if Fufu made the point, he was really good, really integral to the small glimmer of things that were positive about Liverpool first half. Feel free to shout at me if I've got that wrong. I probably will change it. TT's back. Boss, like he's Aguero. My God, Craig wants him level with Trent. Shit the bed. That high, yeah. You're the boss. Or rather Diogo is. Let's do Mo. Let's do Mo. We'd all be looking forward to this one. Assist, goal, boss. Just Mo Salah. I mean, 9 goals now on opening days, the most ever from anyone ever in the Premier League, ever. Mo Salah. Just continuously just say ever when you say his name, and it feels like you're getting something right because he's done a lot of things the most ever now. Yeah, and you know what? His all-round play was really good. Very often was the out ball. Unfortunate once or twice in the first half not to get on the end of stuff and really cause problems. Took his goal well. Yes, Dickie. I've got to lean in. No goals in the 3 p.m. kickoffs yet as well, by the way, guys, in case you were wondering. Cheers, Billy. Yeah, Mo Salah. Assist, goal. Just a general nuisance to defenders. You know, I do wonder whether he got that ability to beat a man time and time again anymore, because he got one-on-one with his defender once or twice, and his defender won a couple of corners and stuff like that, never lost the ball. But when he just used to drop a shoulder and leave, you know, Zinchenko for dead, I'd like him to still do that a bit more, to be honest. But listen, I'm splitting hairs, not his hair transplant hairs either. It's just brilliant, just absolutely brilliant. There, what we'll do is with these 4, we'll decide our man of the match out of those 4 in a second. But yeah, just a genius, absolute genius. Salah was boss, never in question. Yeah, 100% agree with that. If Jota doesn't get boss, we riot. That's sorted. End boss. Quiet first half, upper boss second. Yeah, the first half Liverpool wasn't one to write home about. Won't live long in the memory. Forget about that. Salah, high boss. Think he regained half a step with a new haircut. Yeah, possibly. Salah is not slowing down. He's the fittest player. Yeah, his fitness has never been in doubt. He absolutely schools all the kids when it comes to those fitness tests every pre-season. Especially now James Milner's gone. Let's do, Baloo says Mo goes right at the top. So let's just deal with that there quickly. Salah was the official man of the match, but that's never really in question because he got the assist, he got a goal, so he's bound to get that. We do things a little bit differently here. Who was our player of the match? Let's see. Gravenberch, Salah. I'm going to go off like the first 20, I see, and then I'll decide based on that. Gravenberch, Diogo, Mo, Grav, Salah, Grav, Mo, Salah, Grav, Gralla. He doesn't exist. Gravenberch. Sorry, Virg. That's our man of the match, everyone. Ryan Gravenberch. Well done, my mate. And you know what? I think that's massively deserved because A, he was brilliant. B, he was at the heart of almost everything boss that we did today. And C, I'm reticent to say out of position, but a position that's come under a lot of scrutiny for Liverpool, and I thought he did it excellently. Hopefully, it's a sign of things to come. Hopefully, he can continue to be that brilliant, and we never have to question it ever again. But I reserve judgment based on that. But for today, boss. Conor Bradley came on. Any big thoughts on Conor Bradley? Nearly scored, actually, didn't he, Conor? Nearly scored. It's Conor Bradley. Do you know what the first thing he did? I noticed this. He just dropped the shoulder and left his man for dead. I was like, you're so good at footy. And I spoke to him last week. He's a nice guy. Boss for Conor Bradley? Surely you're joking, CT. You've gone the other way, mate. Conor boss? I mean, let's just go Conor sound. He was sound. He was fine. Ibu is actually one we need to spend a little bit more time on. We rattle through the subs, but Ibu, game changer. Came on at half time and was really, really good. And actually, Liverpool as a whole improved massively, extensively in the second half. So he could well be, and it's not often we get a sub in them regions, but he might be boss. I'm getting booed, I'm not sure why. Boss, yeah. Ibu, low boss, yeah. Boss for Ibu, yeah, I agree. High sound next to Bradley. I'm happy with that. I think Konate was better than Bradley. Came on, got 45 minutes plus, because 8 minutes added time. Where the hell did they get that from? Tsimikas also came on. Cody Gakpo also came on. He was booked. He wasn't. Nah. I don't know if you can see that, because I feel like I'm in the way, but he's there. Okay. Sad. Why no Harvey today? Why no Darwin Núñez today? I don't know. Managing minutes. There's a lot of football still to come. That's our board, everyone. I don't actually know on the screen if you can still see Ryan Gravenberch because he's really high. Not many people in this building will be able to get him down, but it's a good job I'm here Monday morning to do so because he is. Me or Paul, you'll need for that basically because he's right up there. Sound, I think we're good. The only messing was the ref. Yeah, I come back to it. How on earth was that handball not giving us a yellow card? Sees the handball, gives a free kick, doesn't book him. Make it make sense. You guys made a lot of sense. Thank you so much for getting involved in this bit, the last bit, the bit before it, the bit before that, and the bit right at the start. It's massively appreciated as ever. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it made a lot of sense. We've done quite a lot of talking, but genuinely I'm pretty sure that was your first match day experience, like in full when it comes to the Premier League stuff. We had a pre-season game, but whatever. Thank you very much, as ever, honestly, for watching, listening, taking it in, consuming any way you saw fit. Liverpool won 2-0. That's the main thing. Diogo Jota's brilliant. Mo Salah is Mo Salah. Arne Slot's Reds look okay. Not perfect, not the finished article, but all right. I will see you next time, and probably before that as well. So take care. Up the Reds.